Hi, I'm George Marshall, Toastmaster from District 57, Northern California, and welcome to this series on finding and using Toastmaster data for clubs. I've been in Toastmaster 16 years, and during that time I've gotten very interested in how we track club and member achievements and where the data can be found and how you actually use it. So I'm going to share that information with you today. Let's get right into it. Today we're going to talk about where to find the most relevant, most useful data on Toastmasters clubs and members for clubs to use. First of all, let's look at what data Toastmasters makes available. Here is the dashboard that Toastmaster maintains for all information. Notice the URL, dashboards.toastmasters.org. That's so useful, you might as well bookmark it right now. So let's use an example. For this series, I'm going to use District 92 in India. So here we see the dashboard for one district, India. Now there's three tabs up here: district performance, division and area performance, and club performance. Now all of these are useful to Toastmaster leaders at different times, but club performance is the one that's most relevant to a club. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to click on club performance. So here we have a list of all clubs in District 92. Let's go down to Division D. And you'll notice that there is one row for each club. And if you can read this information here, if you're very familiar with it, you can tell how the club is doing in a glance. But if you're new to the dashboard data, it's easier to look at one club at a time. So let's take this club, PSN Toastmasters. I'm going to click on the club number. And now I get a different display. This one shows me just the club's information, and it has a nice explanation of each one. So let's look at the top. We see where the club is. It's in Region 13, District 92, Division D. We see that it started out with 49 members. That's the base. They now have 54, and it's met 6 DCP goals. Which ones are they? That's relevant, isn't it? And have they been properly recorded at Toastmasters? So let's look at those. We see the status on the right gives you a check mark. So this club has earned 7 level 1s, P1 goals. So you see here they've earned 7. The goal was to earn at least 4, and so that's a check mark. They earned that goal. The next one we have is the P2 awards. It requires 2 level 2s. It required 2. They earned 2. They got that one. Third one is they have earned a P4, which is level 3 awards. So they required 2 for that one. They got 2, so that's 3. They've also got 4 new members. They've got 18 more members. You only get credit for 4, so both of those goals have been met. And they did the administrative goals, goal 10 back there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have met the goals. This is how you find out easily where any one club is on their status. Now, one of the most relevant things for Toastmasters is, how are the members doing? Are they earning awards? Are they getting enough speech slots in order to complete awards? Where do we find that? We're going to look over on the left over here, and we're going to go down to Daily Reports. I click on Daily Reports, and it's going to show me a number of different reports that are updated daily. Right now, and these are all useful for different people at different times, but right now we just want to know about individual member achievements. So I'm going to click on Educational Achievements in the current year. And I'm going to get a list now of every award earned by every member this Toastmaster year. Now, we said we were interested in PSN Toastmasters. Notice that we have the club number, the division, the area, the actual award, the date, the member name, the name of the club, and the location. Now I can click on any of these headings to get to the club. We could look up the number, but let's just look up the name. We know it's PSN. So I click on the name. It's going to sort it for me. First, it sorts it backwards. I click it again, it's going to sort it forward. So now I'm just going to scroll down until I find PSN Toastmasters. There we go. So we look at PSN Toastmasters and we can see that a number of awards have been earned. So right here, what you have is a list of every award earned by every member that was credited to the PSN Club. Notice that in some cases you have names, and in other cases you have a number and a name unavailable. That name unavailable is because that member has chosen not to have their name listed in any public reports. However, the number is their member number. So if you're an officer of that club, then of course you can look up their member. One great use for this report is to be sure that all the reports, all the awards that you believe have been earned and have been submitted actually have been recognized by Toastmasters, so you can take action if you need to. So that concludes our first episode on finding the data that a Toastmasters club would like to use in the performance of their operations. In future series, we'll talk about more ideas on how we can use it and other reports that are available. So long for now from George Marshall in District 57.